Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Jen Sees Your Home. Today I am doing the Disney Summer Tag, which is a tag that I created. I came up with all the questions because it's almost summer and it's like 86 degrees in Indiana, which is amazing. But I am doing this with some of my other Disney loving friends, Jen from Jen's Happy Home and Anne from Annie's Simple Life. Go check out their channels. I will leave a link below for you to see their tag and their answers, but we're gonna get started and just kind of dive in, all right? So the first question is how you or your family likes to cool off during the summer. It can be extremely hot in Disney, and the weird thing that we like to do is actually go on Carousel of Progress because it's air conditioned, it's dark, so you can actually take a nap, and it's a pretty cute ride, but it's really relaxing, nothing crazy. It's a long ride, so you can stay in that cool air for a little bit. So that's definitely our #1 key to cooling off in the hottest part of the day. Question number 2 is, what accessories do you like to bring during the summer? One of the big things that we like to do is, one, I always just carry a little purse because I don't like having a backpack on my back because then it's hot and sweaty and you're just like creating no moisture, like no airflow between the two. So that's my #1 tip, is completely going like just to a small crossbody, and if I can't fit it in that, I don't need it. But if it was for fashion purposes, I would definitely have to say that I bring a lot of different sunglasses. I'm not really a hat person. I know it's bad, but we tend to like get rid of them throughout the day, so we are just sunglasses mainly. But I usually bring a few different pairs to go with different outfits, so that's kind of the other must-have for summer. Question number 3 is, if you had to choose between Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, or just staying at your resort pool, which one would you choose? And for me, I would definitely say I'm a resort pool girl. I'm not huge on water parks for whatever reason. They're okay. We have a really good one in Indiana called Holiday World, but other than that, like, I would rather just spend my time at the parks, the 4 main parks personally. So I really love the resort pools, and I would say my top 2 are Grand Floridian and the Beach Club and Yacht Club. I love their pools. They're so fun. Beach Club and Yacht Club have the lazy river, if that's something you're into, which I definitely am. I love it. But what I really like about Grand Floridian is it's just really quiet, zero depth entry, and just super nice and relaxing, quiet. So that's really nice. Question number 4, what non-Disney activity do you like to do at Disney? So it can be really hot in the summer, and half the time you're not spending your time in the park. So we like to take breaks and do other things. So one of our big non-Disney activities is actually going to go see a movie in Disney Springs at the AMC theaters there. We have done this pretty much every trip, I feel like, and it's just a nice way to kind of relax, get away from the whole hectic crowds, and just kind of do something with your family. On this last trip that we did last May, we went and saw Solo, A Star Wars Story, and that was really fun and just kind of a nice break from the parks. All right, number 5 is, what Disney character reminds you most of summer? And for me, I definitely have to say it's Moana, just because she has like beach waves in her hair. She is toes in the sand, catching some waves, and that is definitely where I want to be in summer. I want to be on a beach, in the ocean, having some fun. That just screams summer. So question number 6 is, what's the first Disney movie you remember seeing at a drive-in theater? And a lot of kids nowadays don't even know what drive-ins are, but when I was younger, Mulan had just came out, and we saw it, and I think it was like one of my first Disney movies ever, like ever. Just because, you know, we didn't really go to movie theaters that much when I was a little kid, so I remember seeing that and just being like, oh my gosh, this is like the first Disney princess that like I have been growing up with, you know, actually came out at the time. Like I had the dress up dress, like everything. So she was a big kind of part of my childhood for sure. That was definitely the first Disney movie. I can remember just sitting with my parents like in lawn chairs, watching it, getting some popcorn, but you were outside so you could like run around and be as loud as you wanted to. So that was really great. If you have like really rambunctious kids, like let them go wild. So number 7 is, if you could decorate your house like any ride at Disney World, what would you choose? And for me, I am kind of torn between 2 options. The first is a tiki room, because of the fact that I love how island themes look in houses. Like I feel I connect with the Golden Girls on this. I would just have wicker furniture all over, like palm trees in my backyard, and like my bedding would be all linen and just like super tropical. And then I'm also torn between Space Mountain because I love mid-century modern like decor. That is just where it's at for me. I don't know why, but those are the 2 that I would probably pick. And if like I could just redo my house for the summer, it would be tiki room, and then if for the winter, like Space Mountain mid-century modern. So I would just do it twice a year. So question number 8 is designing a perfect Disney date night. And so this is picking your favorite park, favorite ride, favorite restaurant snack, and favorite like fireworks or show. And so for us, we would definitely go to Epcot. We would either eat at Tangerine Cafe in Morocco in the World Showcase, or if it was up to Dean, he would definitely say Yachtsman at the Yacht and Beach Club. But just for something a little bit lighter, not so heavy on the stomach, I love Morocco's food. And then we would definitely go to France for ice cream, like 100%, like no doubt about it. Then for the ride, we would probably do Toy Story Midway Mania, just because we are really competitive people. So that kind of is just a fun one for us. But I really love Fantasmic, and Dean's never seen Fantasmic, so I definitely would end our night in Hollywood Studios doing the Fantasmic show, just because, you know, fireworks, but it's got the water features and everything. So that would be a really fun night. All right, number 9. You know it can be really hot in summer in Disney World. And so what's the one thing that you would skip during the summer months? And for us, it's definitely the parades. Like I always leave during the middle of the day and take a nap. Like we can't make it. We just melt and get miserable and too hot, and we always need that mid-afternoon nap during the hottest part of the day. So sorry parades, you gotta go. Question 10, if I could go back to Disneyland opening day, which is July 17th, 1955, what's the one thing I would do? And for me, I would probably go watch and listen to Walt Disney's opening day speech. I just think that would be so emotional, so amazing to listen to the man who created this entire world of possibilities, and just be so moving to hear him kind of give inspiration to so many people. So that's definitely the number 1 thing. Also, like, totally would love to be wearing the dresses and just acting like I was in 1955. I mean, their style fashion is just right up my alley, so I would definitely be into that. Number 11 is, what Disney World snack can you not live without in the summer? And for me, that is a Dole Whip. It's cool, it's refreshing, it's just not chocolatey, so it doesn't like sit on your stomach weird. I don't know if that's you, but for me, I just can't, like, sometimes if I eat chocolate, it's like too rich. Does that make sense? Anyone out there? Like, if I eat chocolate, sometimes I'm like, okay, let me sit on the people mover and, you know, not do anything. So if I eat a Dole Whip, like, it's just refreshing enough to like get me going, get me through the rest of the day. So number 12, what's the Disney World ride that you hope gets updated sometime soon? And we're talking about Buzz Lightyear Ranger Spin. It was Stitch's Great Escape, but they actually got rid of it, which is like fantastic. I did it once. Worst ride ever. Like, scared the living daylights out of me. Next choice would be Buzz Lightyear Ranger Spin. It's just kind of, it's looking a little run down in my opinion, but we'll still go on it. So, you know, I mean, what can you do? So question number 13 is, if you were in Disney World for a summer trip, what would that trip's theme song be? And for me, I love the Go-Go's Vacation 1982. That song just brings back so many memories. I don't know why, but my parents are big 80s music people, so we always just listen to 80s music in the car, and I, for whatever reason, love that song. It just screams summer to me, going on vacation and just having a blast. All right guys, so only 2 questions left. I feel like this has flown by and I can't believe we're almost done, honestly, but basically question number 14 is, if you were going on a trip to Disney World or Disneyland in the summer, what's the one thing that is on the top of your bucket list? And for me, because technically Galaxy's Edge is opening up in August, if I was going in August, that would be my number 1 thing on my bucket list. I have not yet seen Toy Story Land, but because of Dean being such a huge Star Wars nerd, he's crazy obsessed. I mean, way more than I mean, he knows like the whole backstory of like this whole land, and I know nothing. I just know that it's Star Wars. So that's definitely on our bucket list for sure. But something I feel like that's more achievable on a summer trip would be going to Trader Sam's at the Polynesian. We have only ever sat outside in the kind of like patio area for the little like lounge, but we've never been inside and sat because it gets so busy and the wait is so long because they don't take reservations. So I would say that is really high up on our bucket list, like probably top 5 at least. And then the very last question, number 15. I can't believe we're here. It is, what is your favorite Disney memory from a summer trip? And it's funny, like some of my best Disney memories are from like trips during other parts of the year, because we've only ever taken like 1 actual trip in summer. I took one at the middle of May last year, but it still was like 80s. I don't know, I consider like summer like 90s really hot, and for whatever reason we can only remember like terrible memories. Like the worst memory that I've had was I got like super overheated in Animal Kingdom, like to the point they thought I was gonna pass out. It was awful. So like that's the number 1 memory that I have. But I would say for a summer trip, because I must have been like 6, 5. I was really young, so I don't have that many memories. But my favorite Disney memory was we had gone to Cinderella's Royal Table and eaten breakfast there. So we were like the first people in the parks, which is, I love that feeling when you can get great pictures and it's just fun and you're like, no one's there. And this waiter, he was amazing. I literally, and I knew this like at 6, like this guy was special. But we were leaving our table and I like turn around to look at him as he's like cleaning up the table or whatever, and he just waves at me and says like, bye princess, have a great day. And I like still remember that. I don't know why that is so special to me, but I just remember him just kind of making my day and like feeling like a princess, you know, like he brought out my food and was like, here's your food, princess, and just kind of like made it special. So I know that was during a summer trip, and that's probably my number 1 favorite memory. But then, okay, I have another one I couldn't really choose, but for whatever reason, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but we always seem to fight less on vacation. Like my brother and me, we just seem to like magically get along, and like have a great time and have no issues. I don't know what it is. I know some people like their kids fight all the time, but for whatever reason in Disney there's like some bubble magic going on, and we just seem to get along and like really well, like more than average. And I remember sitting on the boat back to the Grand Floridian where we were staying, and just kind of like sitting next to him and talking. And we were really young, so like this isn't, you know, this is like really he's 2 years younger than I am, so if I was like 6, he was 4, at least 3 or 4. And you know, just kind of sitting there talking, and you know, my parents were sitting behind us, and we just thought we were so grown up, like to be sitting by ourselves, and it was just really cute. And then, you know, we were just like in awe of it, like, oh, we're sitting on a boat, we're like, we just feel so classy. And you know, not that we were at Disney or anything, but it was just fun. And I just remember like sitting there and, you know, enjoying the time we were with the family. I don't know, I have a lot of good memories on transportation. Like I can still remember when we were able to ride in the front of the monorail. Like that was the coolest thing to us. So I definitely, like, transportation is a big part. Like we love the buses, we love the trains, we love the monorail, and just everything about it. So I would say just kind of like sitting there with my family and talking, you know, that was a really just special kind of time to rewind and like reflect on life, and you know, just be present in the moment. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tag. Please go check out Jen and Anne's video. Like I'm sure their answers are amazing, and I really appreciate them doing this collab with me. So thank you guys, and I will leave the questions below, so hopefully you can do your own tag and share some of this awesome Disney memories. Thanks guys, and have a great magical day. Bye.